A programming language is a system of notation that helps humans create computer programs. It incorporates a unique set of syntaxes, that is, certain symbols and keywords put together in a predefined way. They create precise instructions that computers can make sense of and follow accordingly. In other words, when you use a programming language, you are communicating with the computer. Now, as a beginner, you might find yourself asking questions like this, or this, or this. But there are so many programming languages in existence. How are you possibly going to find the one? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me help you look for
the greatest of the programming languages.
Follow me. It's going to be a breeze. First, let's look at memes, because that's what good programmers do. Then, we're going to diligently watch all 9 seasons of Seinfeld, because why not? I remember the best language being mentioned somewhere in the series. Oh, there it is. And finally, just to be sure, how about we get on YouTube and watch all 200-something videos entitled The Best Programming Language of the Year that are made annually ever since the 2000s.
So the top 3 programming languages are
Python, C++, and Spanish. Mapahash puta madre.
And after all that, you should be able to realize that there is no greatest programming language, period. Today, the number of programming languages continues to increase, and each language is created for a specific environment, style, and intended use. In other words, a programming language is a tool. It excels at what it's designed to do, and it may be unsuitable for, or even sucks at, other areas. And to make choosing the correct tool easier, there are many different ways we can categorize programming languages. For example, let's briefly compare Python and C++, 2 of the most popular ones. Of the two, Python is the higher-level language. It is dynamically typed, and it is an interpreted language with automatic memory management. On the other hand, C++ is a lower-level, statically typed, and compiled language. You also have to manually manage memory when using it, but it offers more setting options. Since we're beginners, let's not go into the last 2 topics just yet. And we'll look at dynamically and statically typed examples when we get to variables and data types. So, for now, let's focus on high-level and low-level programming languages. Here we have 2 respective code snippets, which when run, return the exact same result. You can easily see similarities and differences between them, but at the end of the day, they are code written in different languages that represent the same idea. The logic is the same, but if you asked me which one of the 2 is easier to comprehend, I'd definitely say Python. So the higher level of programming language is, the closer its syntax resembles the human language, which is English in most cases. Now, the concept of high and low-level programming languages is subjective, so C++ can still be considered a high-level language. The only true low-level languages are machine code and assembly. So with that in mind, maybe we can put C++ and its brother C here on the scale. You can think of high and low-level programming languages as family cars versus race cars. While the former are easier to use, the latter can achieve better performance. So for beginners, high-level languages are definitely the way to go. You can get into lower-level ones when you've gotten more comfortable with programming. Like race cars, they can be quite hard to learn. And now that you've learned to see programming languages in a different light, you'll start asking slightly better questions that take your goal into account. Finally, just as with IDEs, a tip would be to start with programming languages that are popular, user-friendly, and have sufficient documentation. That's it for today's video. Like always, happy learning, and I'll see you again next time.